Say what, motherfucker? Yeah, that's totally gonna be the new intro. So I have still the other video being converted into a more compressed filed thing, so I'm quite excited about this tutorial. I'm sorry about my English, it might not be perfect, might be kind of hard to understand me speak. I'm gonna try and be a little bit more comprehensive, if that's how that word's supposed to work. Like, cause sometimes when I check my videos, I'm like, what the fuck did I just say? And I'm pretty sure a lot of people just feel that, and I don't like that. But I'm not gonna redo the whole video because I'm a lazy fellow. So I'm just gonna try and speak a little bit more slow, so you and me, whenever I recapitulate the video, we can both understand me. So that's gonna be a challenge. That just sounds like a fucking retard speaking. Okay, so yeah, that's just dumb. Let's do some face culling. Shouldn't that be interesting? Yes, that should actually. So for us to do a face culling, we need to check if a face is actually transparent. So we're gonna do bubbly ball is block transparent, and then we're gonna say vector free world position. I'm not sure if I should do with like world position, local coordinates. It's everything will work, but I don't know which one would be like the most practical way of doing it. I really don't know. So I'm just gonna actually do int y and z. And then I'm gonna say if x is bigger than bigger or equal than width, or z is bigger or equal than width, or y is bigger or equal than height. I think I actually should do like one if for every single case, so we actually can like performance-wise we don't need to like now fuck it, we're gonna do it like this. And then I'm gonna say or x is smaller than 0, oops, or y is smaller than 0, or z is smaller than 0. So basically we're checking if we are getting out of our array boundaries, so we don't get like out of bounds that we fucking boring error that we get whenever we get out of the boundaries of an array. So if we get out of boundaries, we want to actually check like the map of the chunk right besides me, but that's gonna be kind of hard. But let's actually continue. So otherwise we just return if the maps. Oh yeah, actually I don't really think we need to save that, but I'm just gonna be, you know, fuck it, we don't need to do that. Anyways, return maps, the x, y, and z. I think that's how it should be. It's smaller or equal than 0. A byte cannot really be small, and actually it can be smaller than 0. But it depends on which type of byte, which I can unassigned or assigned byte. But that's beyond what we are trying to do here, so just let's keep that like so. I need to actually do a public byte get block vector free world position, and then we're gonna do get chunk at that position. And then we're gonna do, actually here we should say that the y is equal to 0, shouldn't we? I think we should actually. I really do think we should, since we don't, our chunks are only like the ones on the bottom. The others are just like meshes that we use, if that makes any sense. Anyhow, let's get the chunk that's on there. Then we need to get the column, in this case the chunk ID, which again it's gonna be equal to world position dot y divided by our height. Which again, this is an integer, so we need to float. I mean, we need to get it to be an integer. Then we say C that maps chunk ID, and then we need to actually get the local position. So for us to get the local position, vector free local position is equal to world position minus let's make a new vector frame. So I have the world position of our chunk. We wanna, oh my goodness, let's do something like this. Gonna go ahead and do a public vector free chunk position. Chunk position with transform position. Minus C that chunk position. So the world position of block minus C that chunk position. Then we say int x is equal to int x y z y z x y and z. Okay, let's see what errors we get by doing that. Let's see what we fucked up. Let's see what we've done wrong. So if is block transparent x, y plus 1, z, then we do that. I want to get this like so. Then we need to check for every single one of them. I'll do, we're gonna say -1. Here we're gonna say x plus 1, here we're gonna say x minus 1, and here remove that. Here we're gonna say z minus 1, and the front is z plus 1. Okay, let's go ahead and try and play. So we got an index out of bounds, out of range on the get block. Okay, let's actually do a debug.log new vector 3x, y, and z, because this is actually, we have the world position of the block, so we remove our chunk position so we can get the local position, but I don't know why that is doing so. Like, give me a second. So apparently I got a -1 right there on the y. Like, why did I get a -1? Local position, world position, minus chunk position. It doesn't make any sense. It really does not. Why is the world position -1? Get block. New vector 3 x, y, and z plus chunk position. Oh, gotcha. I fucking gotcha. If local is smaller than 0, then return 0. Because we don't have any chunks underneath that point, so it really doesn't. Yeah, just fuck it. That y is smaller than 0. Also, we want to check if that y is bigger or equal to the height times chunk stack. Yeah, I totally forgot about that. I apologize about that. Yeah, now we should be able to get something more useful out of it. Let's play. We are still getting some errors though. Division by 0. Oh. If y isn't, in this case, if y is bigger than 0, then we do that. Otherwise, we just say that, because we cannot divide anything by 0. But we're still getting this. Say what? See what we are getting. -1 on the x-axis. I don't know why that is giving me that error. Maybe because it's trying to access on the x on the z some chunks that are still not there. So let's just make sure we. But it should, like, if c is null, then I should say return 0. Because it doesn't make any sense. It really does not. It does not make any sense. Let's just go ahead and say if x is smaller than 0, then return 0. If y is smaller than 0, if z is smaller than 0. Is it gonna give me again an error? It is. So we're just gonna do this for now and see if that, like, what's the output of that? Because I'm really confused. I'm pretty sure something simple that I just haven't noticed, or just me doing something not thinking right. But like, what? It is still rendering faces that it should not be rendering. Like, this here is rendering alright. Like, right here, it's not rendering alright at all. This is fucked up. Can I do wireframe? Wireframe. This is totally wrong. This is totally wrong. Okay, so... oh, I forgot to turn off the music. This music is beautiful, by the way. Anyway, I forgot to set up... for instance, here on the chunk position, apparently it always gives to me 0, so that's the wrong chunk position. I'm gonna try and set it, like, on the update and see what will change. Since that's not right. We still get the same error. Chunk ID 700. I'm getting confused. I'm getting very confused and frustrated. We know what we can do. We can just say return true as if it is indeed transparent. Although that's not entirely what I wanted to do. So if we go inside these things now, some of them are right, some of them are wrong. I don't understand what is happening. I seriously don't. Okay, so let's go through this one more time. Calculate mesh. If +1 +1 +1 -1, if it is transparent. Then we say chunk and chunk ID. So we use the chunk ID right there. And then we just need to say that. Now, okay, now that's more like it. So if we go inside the chunk, you can see it's not rendering anything inside inside that fella. Okay. Anyhow, so we got that kind of sorted out. Let's get ourselves again some bigger chunks and see what we get as a result. So this is what we get as a result. If we go inside the chunk, you can see there isn't much inside, which is good. Yeah, let's actually add the texture to make it be a block instead of be all that weirdness. For us to do that, we actually need to do some interesting things. Like, for instance, we need to see how many textures there are. So 1, 2, 3. I think there are 16, if I'm not mistaken. I'm just gonna take a thingy thing. Anyway, float block width is equal to 16. 1 divided by 16. I'm gonna take this as a float and take that as a float. Then we do here is equal to that, here is equal to that times that, here is equal to that times that, 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 that times that. Is it times or is it plus? I think it's times. Not sure. And I'm just gonna copy this for every single one of them. Just like so. Beautiful. Just beautiful. Let's see what we actually broke. So let me put this texture so you can see that we are getting this one right here. So for us to be getting another one, I'm gonna say int x offset is equal to 0, y offset is equal to 0. I'm gonna put this both to 15, for instance. Then here on the UVs, instead of saying we do that plus that. If I'm not mistaken, and again, copy this for every single one of the others. Okay, done copying. Let's go ahead and see. Hey, we are still on the same thing. Why? But here we are on a different one. Didn't I copy everything I did, didn't I? Oh, okay, so I need that as well, the Y offset. That was my bad, but still, that doesn't explain why the other didn't work. Give me a second there. Because that should have worked. should have worked like I wanted it, but it's not working like I wanted it. Of course, I'm not setting it for the first one. I skipped the first one. I left it behind for some reason. Okay, so now everyone is seeing the same thing. Where is it located? There. So I'm guessing it works. Let's actually say here, where is that go? X, I'm gonna say 1. So maybe this should be stone. Yeah, it is stone. Okay. So we got some textures going on. Kind of bad textures, you can see that. We can do a quick fix by doing that. Nope, that didn't fix it. Never mind. Okay, let's get to an advanced mode. We want to put it to point. There you go. So that kind of fixed it, but still, we don't want to. If we go over the texture, apply. But I don't really like that off in the distance. I'm not sure what I'm doing. I'm just, holy moly, that's much better, isn't it? Say what? Okay. Okay. Anyways, I'm gonna have to deal with this. So we got stone textures. I'm gonna stop here as well, because I've done a lot of shit in this tutorial. I've done enough shit for today. Anyways, see ya.